welcome back. This is segment 2 of today's Youth Special on NDTV Hindu. With me, Kuku Alex. We're looking at the drinking age debate. What age is the right age to drink? Is there a right age to drink? Now, in this particular segment, we're going a little outside India. Let's do a little comparison of how the youth really start or take to drinking here as opposed to outside. And is there a difference in the age limit based on cultural factors and so on? So let's start with you, Rahul. Go ahead.
What I basically feel is that there isn't much difference between the youth in India and the youth in other countries. We all basically have the same hormones in our blood, we all have the same crazy attitudes, so we are all one and the same. When in countries like the United States, the drinking age is as low as 18 and in Canada 16, why do we have a drinking age limit in India? Why are parents over there, parents in society more accepting and trusting over there than over here? It's not like there's much difference. I wouldn't say that, India is far worse in those countries. When it comes to this, we are all on the same level. So I really don't see the point. It's all a matter of self-control. I mean, anyone can drink. It's not about who the person is who's drinking. As long as they have self-control, no matter how old he or she is, it shouldn't make a difference at all. That's what I feel.
Okay, but the older generation, with this stereotypical reply that they would have is, those countries are not really cultured. India has culture, so according to our culture, we shouldn't drink so early.
Okay, now when you're talking about culture and things like this, it's completely a matter of perception. What is culture to me might be, crass and ungodly to you or something. It's totally a matter of perception. When elders in our society can be accepting for the most controversial things like child marriage, how can they be how can they contradict when it comes to things like drinking? It's after all something you're consuming, it's your decision, your choice. And Arna said something about children not knowing the harmful effects of drinking at earlier ages, and that as you grow older, the knowledge magically comes. But I don't think that's the case at all. Anyone, our society is quite responsible for that, for creating this idea that drinking is bad. Right from childhood, everyone knows that drinking is bad. So even children know that drinking is going to do something bad to you. Though they may not know, they still know it's something bad. So it's all a matter of self-control after that point.
Okay.
Whether you know knowingly, if you choose to drink and harm yourself, that's totally your choice. It's your life. It's up to you how you want to lead it. Drinking occasionally has actually been found to have good effects on the body instead of bad effects.
Okay, so so are we saying here that there shouldn't be a sort of age limit when you're comparing with any age limit at all? You're
There
saying
should be
no
no
age
age limit at all. Absolutely not.
So anybody can drink at any age?
Definitely.
Okay. Anyone disagrees?
I completely disagree. I feel when my good friend Rahul was saying that in America or far east or any country other than India, the culture also, the guys of our age there also share the same mentality and experience that we do here in Chennai or India. I feel that America, Canada, those countries are having different climatic conditions. So countries like that, they need to drink in order to keep their body warm. It's necessary that they need to consume alcohol.
Okay,
and I did consume alcohol when I was in Canada for a year, studying in University of Toronto, Canada.
Okay.
I had to consume.
I really need to bust this one myth. Drinking alcohol does not make you warm. In fact, it dilates your blood vessels and makes you really cold. That's the truth. That's really the truth. I think you should know that. So drinking alcohol in a cold country would be madness if you ask me.
Okay.
The main point is that 18 years is because over there they're much more open-minded. They are they give the freedom to them and they do whatever they want. So they have the ability, and over here the parents in India, they're much more protective. Even when they're 50 years old, come my son. So it's they're protective, they're close-minded, and they're much more fear and they're scared about their child, what will happen.
So you're saying, is that a good thing or a bad thing? What are you saying?
It depends on the situation you are in. For example,
in the case of drinking? In the case of drinking?
In the case of drinking, I think it's a bad thing because it's never be close. It's an experience everything so that you live life to the fullest.
Okay, all right. Someone else.
One thing, in the name of culture, we shouldn't deprive ourselves of freedom. 25 is an age where we can make life-changing decisions, but we cannot decide whether we can have a drink or not. Look, even if I don't want to drink at all in my lifetime, I don't want someone else to come and tell me that you can't drink. It is a choice that I get to make. So, you know, depriving me of their freedom is very bad. It's like we're actually having a breach in the basic fundamental rights.
Okay, someone has anything to
At the age of
counter that?
25,
Yeah.
at the age of 25, I see everybody as still kids, because we don't really go in for major decisions. We of course take major decisions like what Niranjana said, like marriage. But over a period of time, we know that this is not the right person for me, and we really wanted to come out of it, though we cannot come out of it.
Okay.
So there's a hitch there. And again, it's like after 25, it is when we know what is right and what is wrong, because our life experiences would have given us so much of hurdles and obstacles that we know, okay, whatever we had been thinking at the youngest age, say before 25, was all, it's like just floating in the sky. It's like whatever I can achieve.
What you're basically saying is drinking age and marriage age both should be upped.
Right. Exactly.
It should be right up
It
there.
is because I don't think the maturity hasn't reached at the age of 25, because only after 25 will we know that whatever we had been thinking when we were young, it is like, no, we'll have to just slow down a bit. It's like slow down and then take a right step.
Okay.
So,
See,
Yeah.
this is where I feel that India's society is so oppressive and, you know, keeping everything under, I mean,
Under
we're all
wraps.
control freaks. We're all control freaks. Don't you see it? Your parents decide when you want to marry because they think you're not mature. India's society basically doesn't let people take responsibility for their own actions.
yes, but
Why
here I wanted to say that we wanted to take the control from our parents, because we'll have to in a position to decide that at 25, no, I'm not mature to handle my
But
life.
if
So I
they,
wanted
all right,
to
but
go
if they're setting an age limit for you for marriage or for drinking, they are setting up that boundary for you again, aren't they?
No, it's like I just wanted to break their boundary. I don't want to go by their
Then
boundary.
have no boundary. Why do
Right,
you
yes.
want a boundary?
I wanted to put a boundary for my own self, thinking that it's like I have to evaluate myself and know that yes, at this age I have the maturity to handle the drinking part also with care, because I know that I'll not overperform it. Because after 25, I know that whatever I'd been thinking that I can achieve more in my life, it is not. I cannot easily achieve it. I'll
Okay.
have to go slow and.
But you're talking really of personal boundaries there. It's something that you can decide, that any person at any age can decide, right? So why do you need the state to tell you this
No,
is
I
the age? That's it. Before that, you don't drink.
Yeah, you don't need anyone to tell you. It's
Okay.
all a matter of self-control, your own rational thinking, and to a certain extent, I would say upbringing as well. Definitely.
Okay, one last point from you, Anna, quickly.
Well, I'm pretty amused when people say it is a harm to the fundamental rights when we cannot drink, and I'm more amused when people blame it on India and blame it on our society and blame it on the way we're brought up. Well, I believe that when the age limit is 21, the people who are 16 anyways drink. They anyways get a drink. They're going to go and make a fake ID and they're going to show and they're going to drink. But when the age limit is raised to 25, people who are 16 cannot really go and drink. People who are more only 18, 19, 20 years will go and... So the people who are 16 and 17, they really don't get in and they don't really drink at that point of time. So those people are at least saved.
People really don't see whether you're really 16 or not. All it takes is a nice beard like mine, and there, you just, with the right amount of money and something to show that you are old enough, you get it. You get what you want. You get the booze. That's
All
it's
right,
as
so
simple
people
as
use
that.
different methods to really bend the rules or break them, as the case may be. So we need to head into a quick break, but one last segment to go. We're going to be looking at how effective these rules really are and how we can make them more effective. Do come right back.